Hello everyone and welcome to this new Ringover webinar. So today we're going to see the new features that you're going to have access to in the Ringover web app, in the Ringover dashboard, and also in Empower, which is our AI tool. So just before we start, just to give a few more people the time to connect, going to show you really quickly our help center, so you can have access to our help center by typing support.ringover.com. And here you're going to have access to a lot of articles about the Ringover features, also the list of our past webinars. So you're going to have access to all of the webinars that we have done so far here, and also check the list of our next webinars. I'm also going to show you our self-learning platform, which is ringover.com/Ringover Academy. So in Ringover Academy, you're going to have access to training paths. So maybe you're a user, an admin, or a supervisor, or maybe you just purchase our AI solution, which is Empower, and you need some training. You can have access to training videos, training articles here in the training self-learning platform. Maybe you also have a new hire in your team and you don't have the time to really concentrate on that person. You can also show our self-learning platform to that person, so this person can get used to the Ringover solutions. So here you have access to all of the training paths they're gonna have in the Ringover Academy. So let's start today's webinar. Welcome again. My name is Marcos. I am part of the quality and learning team here at Ringover. I am joined today by Bruna, who is also part of the quality and learning team, and she's going to answer all of your questions in the questions tab. So if you have any questions during the webinar, please ask your questions in the questions tab. Bruna will answer them. And by the end of the webinar, I'm also going to do some questions and answers session. So today we're going to see the Ringover new features. Let's see the agenda for today. Let me just share you guys. So today we're going to see the new settings page, which have been redesigned for your user experience, the new dialer extension that you can download in the Chrome store or in the store of the browser that you use. You have the conversations page as well. Also the task assignment, the customizable number of call attempts, that is for those who use the Power Dialer, which is our tool for call comping. We also have the advanced IVR filter in the web app. So we're going to show you how to filter by choosing a specific step of the IVR, of the interactive voice response. And then we're going to see the team activity analytics. And for those who are interested or who are already using the Empower solution, our AI solution, we're also going to see some updates, such as a new settings page as well, a customizable call sharing, and an advanced call scoring. Let's see our first new feature. So we're going to see the demo right away because I feel like you're going to learn way more by seeing how it works. So first of all, we're going to see, let me just share with you guys. We are going to see the new settings page, which is right here. So we're going to have in the new settings page a tabbing system. So we're going to see tabs that will help the user to identify what are they looking for. So for instance, here we're going to have the general settings, so such as my language preferences, do I enjoy the dark mode or not, which type of emoji do I want. So all of this, I'm going to find the general settings. If I want to set up the calls, I'm going to go in the calls tab, also the notifications and the security and connections. When it comes to the calls tab, we also redesigned the scheduling, so the working hours. Now you can just choose the day, and then you can specify, do I start the day at 9, 8 a.m.? And then I'm going to go on break at midday. So let me just find it here. And then, well, this is my break. I'm gonna do a break for 1 hour. So if I want to add another period within Monday, I need to click here, and then I will go back to work at 1 p.m. until 5 p.m. So you can do all of this, and then you can apply to the entire week. And then you can just save your working hours. For the incoming calls, you also have now the title of the sound that you are choosing. So you can see clearly which sound you are choosing for your ringtone or for your notifications as well. We are also going to see, when we look for something in the new settings page, we're going to see the results of that search highlighted. So for instance, I'm searching for the word call. I'm going to see here missed call, and I can see that the word that I'm looking for is highlighted. So this is going to help you to easily find an item within the system, the settings page. Now let's move on to the next feature, which is the new dialer extension. So I'm gonna go to the support page to show you guys this feature. So I downloaded the extension. I think I have a link actually. Let me just look for the link. So I'm gonna share the link with you. Let me just try to find the link. Well, I'm gonna share the link by the end of the webinar so you can have access to the extension, but I think I have it here. So this is the Ringover extension that you're gonna find in the Chrome store. So if you look for Ringover dialer here in the Chrome web store, you're going to find this extension. I'm also going to share the link by the end of the webinar. So you just download the extension. I already have downloaded it. And then you go here in the extensions button. You choose to choose this extension as a favorite. So just choose it as a favorite, and then it's going to appear here. It's going to be here all the time. Just choose it as a favorite by clicking here. And then you're gonna have access to the extension wherever you go, in any website they're going to be visiting. So let me go back to the Ringover support page. And then if I click here, I have access to all of those options. Let me just choose English. Okay, so now my extension is in English. I can see everything that I can do with this new extension. So for instance, I can open the side panel. So as you can see, I'm visiting Ringover's support page. So in this page, I can have access to my dialer. So I don't need to go to my Ringover web app every time, because I have access to my dialer everywhere I go when I'm navigating in the web. So I can make a call, I can send a text using the Ringover extension. So you can also have an integrated dialer if you choose the integration in page, which is the second option. You're gonna see this new dialer that will appear, and you can move it. So you can place it wherever you want in the page. And you can also, of course, make a call. You can choose the number that you're gonna call with. You can send a text. You can do whatever you want by using this floating dialer, and you can also minimize it. It's going to appear here. You can see the icon, and then you can click here again, and then you have access to the dialer again. So you have these two options, and then of course you have the option to go to the web app, so to the web application, which is the option by default when you're using the Ringover solution and you're trying to make a call. Here you can choose the phone number format. So you can choose the area code. You can also choose to remove the highlighting. So actually, when you're visiting a web page, let me go here. Let me put this in French, maybe. So actually, when you're navigating a page, such as here, you're going to see a number, and this number will be highlighted. So if I do this, it's going to remove the highlighting. So as you can see, the number is not highlighted anymore. And if I choose to activate it, it's going to highlight all of the numbers in the web page that you are visiting. And that means that you can just click on the number to call it. And you have the option to choose which action you're going to prefer. Is it going to be a call? So by clicking here, I'm going to call the number. Or am I going to activate the power dialer? So that means that by clicking here, I'm going to launch a call campaign. Or am I going to send an SMS? Of course, in order to use this option, this number needs to be a mobile number. You cannot send an SMS if it's not a mobile number. So you have all of these three options when it comes to actions. You can also choose the language, and you can choose what is the device that you're going to use. So if you are going to use, so let me go back here. If you are going to use the side panel, then if the side panel is activated, when you click on the number, you're going to call. So I choose the action is call. You're going to call with the side panel. As you can see, I clicked here and the number appeared here in the side panel. If I want to use the integration in page, so once again, my action is to call someone. If I click here, the number appears here in the integration. If I want to use the power dialer in the web application, if I click here, then it's going to create a call campaign in the web app. So you have all of these options when it comes to the new extension of the Ringover dialer that you can find once again in the Chrome store. Let's move on to the next feature, which is the conversation page. So the conversations page, you're going to find it here in the web app. So let me just erase this number. Basically, the conversations page is going to help you to keep all of the interactions that we're going to have with the same contact in the same interface. So let's say I have a missed call from a client that will appear in my call log. And then my client also sent me an SMS. And after that, my client, he's in a hurry. He really wants to talk to me. He also sent me a WhatsApp message. Nowadays, you need to go into the call logs, and then you need to go to the SMS, then you need to go on WhatsApp. With the conversations tab, you will have all of these interactions that you had with your client in the same interface. So let's say I had a lot of ongoing calls. I had a missed call with the client, also had SMS that was sent. You can have WhatsApp message. So all of the interactions they're going to have with the same contact will appear here. And of course, you can have the call details. You can copy the call ID. You can add a tag if you want to. You can do all of these things from this page. You can also choose to send a message, to send a one-way text, and to send a WhatsApp message if you have the integration with WhatsApp. let's, for instance, I'm gonna call this contact. So I can click here, I'm gonna call it, and then, well, I really don't want to talk to this person right now. So as you can see, the call that I just made appeared automatically here because this is a new interaction that I had with this contact. I know, so we just updated the application. So normally you're going to be able to see this feature, which is a really new feature. But in the case where you don't see this icon yet, please comment in the questions tab, and I'm going to retrieve your email address and I'm going to activate it for you. But normally it's been updated, so it's a new feature, you're gonna have it. But in the case you don't have it yet, just let me know and we're going to activate it for you. Let's see the next feature, which is the task assignment. Once again, I'm going to go back to the web app. So up until now, you could create a task and you could assign the task for yourself. So you would find the task here in the today's list or upcoming task. Now you can also create a task. So let's say I need to call myself. I need to call myself tomorrow at 2 p.m. and then you can add a description, call myself, and now you can assign this task to someone. So you can choose here, maybe I can find someone here, Eliana, and then you can create the task. Of course, this task will not appear in your tasks board. It's going to appear for the user that you assign the task to. So if I assign the task to Eliana, this task will appear in Eliana's board. So this is also a new feature that you have in the web app. The next feature is the customizable number of call attempts that you're going to find in the port dialer. So if I, for instance, let's import all of these contacts. I'm creating a new call campaign, choosing the phone numbers, and now you have the number of call attempts that will appear here. When you create a new call campaign, you can choose to go, well, I want to try to call all of these numbers at least 8 times before ending my call campaign. So you can customize the number of call campaigns they're going to do with this new feature. I think that the next one is the advanced IVR filter, which you're going to find in the call logs. So if you go to filters, you can search for a specific IVR, as you know, and I have my webinar IVR here. If I click here, now the activities page, you need to, it's an add-on, so you need to activate it. So just go to Marketplace. Here, you're going to find all of the add-ons. Then you have the team activities analytics that you can activate in your marketplace. So with the team activity analytics, you're going to have access to, well, as the name says it, your team's activity, whether they are connected or not, they are available, how many hours per day they spend on snooze. So you're going to have access to all of these analytics with this new feature. So you can, of course, edit the filter. You can choose a date range here. You can also specify which date you want. You can also personalize. You can choose a group, a specific user. I'm going to filter all calls and the last 15 days. So for the last 15 days, I'm going to have all of these analytics that will be shown for me. So I have the average connection time over the last 15 days. So the average connection time is 48 hours. You're going to have an explanation every time about the metrics that you are seeing. So for instance, here, you can see that this is the average time all users were connected for the selected period. You also have the average activity time over the period. So all of the activities together. And here you can see the list of the activities. What is an activity? So an activity can be an outgoing call, it can be an incoming call, a video call, a snooze activity, a missed call, and a variable period. So you're going to have all of these activities available for you in the team activity analytics. You can also see the percentage, you can also see the time, and you can see whole numbers as well. You have the average connection time per day and average activity time per day. This is a test account. So the average connection time per day in the test account is 3 hours. We also see the activity timeline. So pay attention because here I'm selecting the last 15 days. So I have the last 15 days here. This is for the last 15 days. And for the last 15 days, I had 27 irregular team activity. And here in the timeline, I'm going to choose only one day. So I can choose one day to see the timeline of that specific day. And I can see for this specific day, I can see that for this user, I have one irregular activity. And if I hover over it, I can see that the irregular activity is that the user was connected, so he was available, and still he missed a call. So usually when a user is not available, he's either in communication with the client or he's on snooze because he's doing something else. But in this case, he was online, he was available, and he did not take the call. So this is what we're going to consider irregular activity. And you can see that this happened at midday in this day that I chose. So you can see one irregular activity. And if you check the snooze activity, you can also see the snooze detail. So he spent a lot of time developing. Maybe he wants to change careers. He wants to become a developer. And here you have also a bit of time that he spent in the after call work. So by clicking here, you can see the details of the snooze activity. So you have the regular activity, and if you hover over it, you have the reason. So you can see missed call when connected and available. And then you have also the snooze detail by clicking here. So this is the team activity analytics that you can activate from the marketplace. So I'm assuming I lost connection, but you guys were able to see the IVR filter in the web app. So I'm gonna move on to the Empower new features. So let's go to the Empower new features, which are the new settings page as well. So let me just show you. So in Empower, we're gonna have a new settings page as well, which is going to be devised in tabs. So you're gonna have profile, settings, company, licenses, AI customization. So we just did a webinar on how to customize the AI in Empower. So if you're interested in that topic, feel free to watch our last webinar about Empower. And here in the settings, you're going to also find how to set up the meeting assistant so you can have Empower joining all of your virtual meetings. And also, if you want to have automations within Empower, you can set up a webhook. I'm going to show you guys the next new feature in Empower, which is the customized call sharing. So let me just go to my call logs. So I can see that here I have a call. I have all of these details that I want to share with an agent. This agent doesn't have access to Empower, and I don't really need to buy an account, an Empower account for this user. I just want to share this specific call detail. So I can click here and you can choose what you are sharing. So it can either be an email, so you type the person's email here and you're gonna send the email, or it can be a public link. So you're going to generate a link and you can send this link to the person. And you can click here, advanced sharing, and you can choose what you are sharing with this person. Do I want to share the summary? Yes, I think so. The call mode, not really. Not the topics, not the participants, not the video, maybe the post-call analysis. I'm gonna take this as well. Basically, I want to share the summary, the post-call analysis, the audio, and the transcript. And then you can just copy the link. And I'm gonna go in a private browser to show you that even though I'm not connected, so this is a private browser, I can see all of the details of the call. So I can see the summary. I can see that topics are not shared with you. So because I chose to not share the topics with this person. Also the call mood, the call score, the call participants, all of this information I chose to hide. Now that the person is having access to the link, they cannot see all of these details because I chose to hide them. And I can see, of course, the summary of the call. So you can share all of this information with the new customized call sharing option. The last new feature that we're going to have in Empower is the advanced call scoring. So if I click here, so the AI will analyze the call according to your criteria. The AI will give a call score. So it can be either 1 star, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And you're going to have access to the call scoring details by clicking here. So if I click here, I have the call scoring analysis. So if I click here, I'm going to have the detailed analysis. So I have an explanation of all of the criteria that will help me to understand how the AI come up with this result, with this evaluation of the call. So you're gonna have access also to what the person did well, what are the areas for improvements. You can click here to add a new item, and you can also add a comment. You can see the metrics, the AI suggestions, and also the score, the final score. So this is also a new feature that you have access to by clicking here, basically. And if you don't have any other questions, thank you for coming. Thank you for participating. I hope to see you guys maybe in the next webinar. And I wish you guys a wonderful day. And I'll see you next in the next webinar. Thank you.